Hello, welcome. I'm Danica. This is a very gentle yoga practice for those of us that struggle with migraines. So this is more a practice to help you reintegrate in the world after you've been knocked down for several days with a migraine, because I know from experience that it can take a beat to feel human again, and you might need to move a little bit more slowly and intentionally, and hopefully this practice will help you do that. I'm going to rely pretty heavily on 2 yoga blocks today, so if you have them, go ahead and grab them. When you're ready, let's get started. Okay, let's grab a hold of one of your yoga blocks. If you're not using one, you can just sit on your heels, or you can find any kind of comfortable seat. We'll take it on its lowest setting, place it between the ankles, and then sit down on it. And once you get there, let's close the eyes and feel your sitting bones really heavy down towards the block or the floor. Letting your shoulders relax. Lifting the crown of the head up towards the sky as you elongate the tailbone down. Lifting the heart. And then slide your head back just a little bit so your ears feel like they're stacked on top of your shoulders. Lifting your chin up. And begin to take a couple of breaths. Sometimes when I'm recovering from a migraine, it doesn't feel good to inhale through your nose, and so inhale through your mouth. Maybe your breath can't be as deep today, and that's okay. Just let it be intentional. Just be with your breath. And let's set an intention for our practice to simply be here now. No guilt. Just here right now. Be easy on ourselves. Gently blinking the eyes open. On your next inhale, reach your arms forward and lift them up over the head. And as you exhale, cactus the arms, sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Keep moving with your own breath as you reach your arms forward and up. And exhale, cactus the arms. You can let your shoulders move along with you. And maybe even allowing the upper back to join in. So as you exhale, you're really lifting the heart. And as you inhale, you're allowing your upper spine to round. Let's do a few more rounds. Last one. Go ahead and let your palms rest down on your lap, lifting the crown of the head up, elongating the tailbone down. Let your sitting bones be heavy. Dropping your left ear to your left shoulder. And just taking a few half circles with your head, so gently letting the chin drop to your chest and rolling the right ear to the right shoulder. And then back again the other direction. Move slowly. The next time that your chin drops down to your chest, we'll gently lift the head back up to neutral. And then roll over onto hands and knees. If you're using blocks, you can bring them up to the front of the mat underneath of your hands on its second height. And sometimes I like to use blocks for cat-cow because having a migraine or even recovering from one, you feel like you don't really want to drop your head down below your heart, because of the pressure changes. So using this will help you to inhale into your cow pose. And then as you exhale into your cat pose, your head doesn't drop down so low. But if you're not using blocks and it's okay for you, that's just fine. So just beginning to move along with your breath through your cat-cows or any type of organic movement that calls out to you. You can do some rib circles. You can sink the hips towards your heels and then lifting back up. So let yourself feel free to find any kind of movement here that you want. And then we'll make our way back into a neutral tabletop. Shifting your weight over into your left knee, bring the right foot forward to the top of the mat. And then maybe you need to lift your back knee up and slide it back a few inches so that you're resting more towards the bottom of your thigh, not directly on your kneecap. So allow your hips to sink down, lift your gaze, reach your heart forward. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then again, allowing yourself to find any kind of movement here. So maybe stillness is best for you on your hands, on your forearms. Or you can come to the outer edge of that right foot, letting your knee drop out to the right and back through center. You can pulse in and out of your lunge. Just move in a way that feels really good for you right now. Take one more deep breath. And then we'll start to shift our hips back like we were moving into a half Hanuman, half split. So straightening the front leg, coming onto the heel of that foot. And then reach your heart forward and draw your right hip back so it feels like it's lined up with the left. You can stay here or you can find a big bend in your right knee. And keeping the knee bent and the heel stamped on the floor, draw your right hip back, reach your heart forward. And then moving in a way that feels good or finding stillness. Taking one more deep breath. And then we'll slide the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale, dropping the belly down, reach the heart forward and through. And exhale, round the spine. With your spine rounded, let your hips sink towards your heels. And then inhale back into your cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, sinking your hips towards your heels. Inhale back into your neutral tabletop. Shift your weight into your right knee, bring your left foot forward. Maybe you need to pick that back knee up, slide it back a few inches. Both hands to the inside of the left foot. Just pausing for a moment as you let your hips sink down, reach your heart forward and through, lifting the gaze. Deep breath in and out. Staying in stillness or finding that movement, maybe coming onto the outer edge of your left foot, letting your left knee move out to the left, sinking your right hip down more, or maybe stillness feels better on this side. Take 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, begin to move your hips back as you straighten your front leg. Still keeping both hands to the inside of that foot. Heel of the foot stamping down on the floor, and then draw your left hip back to meet the right. Reach your heart forward. Finding a bend in your left knee. Stamp down with your left heel and reach your left hip back, keeping the knee bent as you reach your heart forward. For a few breaths, you can find movement or stillness. And then we will slide that heel back. You can set your blocks off to the side for now. And then we'll slowly make our way down onto our belly, coming into Sphinx pose on the forearms, tops of the feet down on the floor. Press down into your forearms to lift out of the shoulders, lifting the gaze. You're welcome to stay here in stillness, or you can start to draw little circles with your nose. Moving slowly. And reverse the direction. And coming back to stillness, one deep breath in and out. Bring the elbows out wide, stack your hands, and bring either your forehead or your chin down to your hands. Bend the knees. Windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Lowering the legs down. We're going to roll over onto our back, but grab a hold of one of your blocks. Put it at the top of the mat on its lowest height. So we're going to bring our head onto the block with the corner of the block right at the base of your skull. So you should be able to feel the corner of the block right there at the suboccipital muscle. You can keep the feet on the floor, maybe bring them out a little bit wider so your knees can fall in towards each other. You can also extend your legs long if that feels better for you. Closing the eyes. So you shouldn't feel any discomfort or pinching or anything like that. This should feel pretty good. If it doesn't, you're welcome to remove the block or place a blanket over top of the block so it's not quite as intense. And then we're just going to very gently start to rock our head from side to side, like you were shaking your head no underwater. So this is just helping to massage the suboccipital muscles that can get really tense during a migraine. And I found it can get really intense, especially if you use triptans to relieve the pain. Try to keep the movement slow. Try to keep your breath slow, calm. We'll just do a few more rounds. And then bringing your head back to neutral. Take a deep breath in and out. You have a few options for what comes next. If you want, you can remove the block and come to rest lying flat on the floor. For some of us, lying flat on the floor right after a migraine doesn't feel good, so you might want to roll onto your side and push yourself up into a seat. But I will give you options for both. So if you're coming up to sit in a seat, we're just finding a comfortable seat with our legs crossed. You can sit on top of a blanket or a pillow. Closing the eyes again. Take a deep breath in and out. Bring your right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Lengthen the spine and very gently twist to the left. If you're lying on the floor, you're drawing your knees in towards your body and then dropping both knees down on the right side. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Really lengthening the spine. On your next inhale, unwind back to center. If you're lying on the floor, bring the knees back in towards your body. Take a deep breath in and out to neutralize the spine. And then bringing the left hand to the right knee, right fingertips behind you, lengthen the spine, twisting to the right. If you're lying on the floor, you're dropping your knees down on the left side. One more breath here. And as you exhale, unwinding slowly, closing the eyes, letting the sitting bones be heavy, growing tall through the crown of the head. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, roll them down the back. If you're lying on your back, you can lengthen the legs out in front of you. Just taking a moment here to notice how you feel. Giving yourself the gratitude for showing up today for yourself. Maybe setting an intention for the rest of your day, phrasing it in the terms I am as if it were already the truth. Your intention can be as simple as I am okay. Bringing the palms to touch in front of the heart. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I hope that it helped. I hope that we get to practice again together soon. Namaste.